love to start out my week by reviewing my calendar, looking at all of my scheduled activities, and making sure that I've got my planner up to date. Here you can see I'm just popping open my Erin Condren planner. It's my absolute favorite. A long time ago I did a video on it. I'll link it below. It really is a necessary tool for me to make sure that I know what is going on every single day. I also love to color code, so here you can see I'm just picking out a bunch of different colors that I'm going to assign to certain activities, whether it's my activity or one of my kids or my husband's. I like to make sure I've got a visual cue for who's doing what and where we're going. I'm always cross-checking things on our calendars that we have through our apps, whether we're using team apps with the kids' activities or whether I'm looking at my work calendar. I always find it mind-blowing just how many calendars we have in different areas, so it really is a necessary step to take all those calendars and pull them into one place for me, and that is simply what I'm doing here. This time of the year is always crazy busy for us. We have a lot of sports and activities going on, and I feel like a lot of the schedules are just starting right now. So I'm going through looking at things like my son's baseball schedule, his volleyball schedule, and then my daughter's got horseback riding, soccer, and piano. I also do soccer and horseback riding. My little kids always have birthday parties or other fun school activities or themes that they've got going on throughout the month, and I always want to make sure that I know what's going on and that I'm prepared for it. And then of course my husband has things as well. He's often traveling out of town for business. He also has his own sort of workout schedule, and so I like to sort of just put a little reminder there that while his schedule is super flexible, I know that he will inevitably have something going on, and I just want to make sure that I'm accounting for anything and everything. Once I get everything in my planner, I will often then take a look at my work schedule and make sure that I have key events outlined on there as well, because I'm often in my work schedule more during the day versus using my paper planner, and it also syncs up to my husband's calendar as well. After I get everything written down and sync up the work schedules, I'll often sit down with my husband and especially my older two kids to make sure everybody knows what's going on, who's going where, and who's taking who where. And a new thing for this month is I'm making additional time for new workouts as well as physical therapy. I've had some nagging health issues, and it's something that I really just need to prioritize and address. And the only way I'm going to make time for it is if I actually budget the time in the day. This whole process may seem a bit overwhelming, but trust me when I say it is worth it. I am headed to the doctor in like 3 minutes to get my sciatica checked out. This doctor is more of like a general practitioner, so I'm not quite sure exactly what she's going to say or do or recommend. I really hope that she just refers me to a physical therapist, which is also readily available at my clinic, the clinic that I'm going to today, versus referring me for x-rays or MRIs or like all that kind of stuff. Like, this ain't my first rodeo. I know it's my sciatica. I can totally explain all the things that are happening in great detail. So I'm really hopeful that she's just going to refer me to a PT, and in the meantime maybe give me some tips and tricks or things that maybe I haven't already tried, but I don't know. I'm very hopeful though, and I know I have to get this thing fixed one way or another, so I'll see if they'll let me film in there a little bit. Like, maybe that would be really, I think it'd be really helpful for other people to see sort of like the questions that are asked, but if they don't, I'll give you an update right when I get out. Okay, wish me luck. Best appointment ever. I feel like I look a little sweaty. And for good reason, because not only did they have like my regular, like I did the appointment with the doctor, but they were able to fit me in for a physical therapy session immediately. So I've got exercises to do, I've got like all this information, all these things. Unfortunately, I didn't film in there. I got a little scared to ask because the first lady, the nurse that checked me in, did not seem like she would be open to that sort of thing. So it's fine and it's okay. Like, I was really focused in on having the conversation with the doctor and the physical therapist. So it's all good. But I'm starving right now, so I'm gonna run home and make some food, and then I will catch you up on like all the exercises, all the things I learned. And like right now I'm just like super optimistic and really excited to like just dive into the therapy piece of it, and fingers crossed this stuff is gonna work and I'm gonna have some relief from some of the pains that I've been having. So I'll be back in a second. I like to keep my lunches pretty simple: soups, salads, and sandwiches. got one of my favorite lunches here, just a turkey sandwich, lettuce, tomato, a little bit of mayo, and a ton of blueberries. So now that I'm done chomping on my blueberries and eating my sandwich, I thought we could talk a little bit about the things that I learned at physical therapy and sort of like what the next step is for, I don't know, like treating some of the aches and pains that I have. So I went for my sciatica. He did a full, like both doctors, they did full evals. I did a whole physical therapy session, and then they sent me home with a ton of exercises to do. And I don't know, I'm gonna show you here. I have a bunch of things to do. So a couple of them he does want me to do every single day. One of them is called, he calls it like threading the nerve, and it's basically like moving my leg, like pulling it up and extending and then releasing it and then lowering it back down, but trying to not engage, sort of like not engage my leg while I'm doing it, if that makes sense. So I'm using a strap to do that. And then doing a lot of like these clamshell type things where like you put the band around your knees and you're opening and closing your legs. And really it's to build the muscles that are having a hard time because of a lot of injuries and a lot of overcompensation in other areas, which is perfect. Like, honestly, this is what I was looking for. And I really am not looking for a shortcut. I'm looking to fix it long term. And it sounds like it's going to be a mix of loosening muscles, loosening things so that my nerve can sort of not be constrained or pinched or constricted in the way that it is right now, and then re-strengthening certain areas of my body that are weaker than others, which is making other pieces overcompensate. So basically I'm just kind of like a twisted up hot mess right now, and I want to fix it. And so I'm really glad that he gave me like a full workout plan. And then he also said, which I'm glad he said it because I was thinking it, he was like, no high impact activity for at least the next week or two, which I was glad that like he said it, because honestly, if he had not said it, I still would have kept doing it. I still would have kept jogging. I still would have kept playing soccer. Like, I'm just one of those type of people where like it takes sometimes a professional telling me like, look, you need to stop doing that because you're gonna mess it up further, or you just need to stop doing it for a period of time while we work on these exercises and then you can come back to it. So I haven't been playing soccer. I have not been running or jogging. I have been doing some walks. I have been doing a lot more strength training, and I've still been doing horseback riding. So I'm gonna continue to do those things. I'm gonna continue to eat healthy. I think next week I'm gonna actually start doing more like meal planning type of things. Right now I'm really just trying to sort of treat my body a little bit kinder and nicer than what I would have in the past. So I'm trying to take care of it physically, and then getting outside to get some sunshine, just sort of like clearing my brain, you know, so mentally taking care of it as well. But when it comes to food stuff, I'm definitely still trying to just, I would say, like eat healthy, like we all probably do. I've definitely cut back on sugar this week, and in lieu of sugar, I've been eating blueberries, strawberries, pineapple, cantaloupe. No watermelon because it's not in season yet, but when it does come in season, look out. I'm gonna eat a ton of it. But I think next week I might get a little bit more serious about what exactly I'm putting in my body and how is it nourishing my body. But for right now, we're just doing one step at a time. Gonna fix some of these physical things and yeah, just go from there and see what happens. I have to go back to physical therapy. How much did he say? Which reminds me, I have to like set up my appointments. 1 to 2 times a week for 1-hour sessions each time. And you know, we're gonna be doing different exercises and such, but I feel like it's a good cadence, and then he said we will adjust from there. So I will keep you posted. I have to say, even after just that first session, I was already feeling some relief in that sciatica and that back right side. So I'm a believer, I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'll keep you posted. You know who else likes blueberries? This guy. Is it good?
I'm overheated, can hardly
really gray and gross outside. And yesterday I didn't go for a walk and I didn't really work out very hard. I did my physical therapy stuff, but I didn't like, you know, like get it done. So I told myself that today, no matter how gray or gross or rainy it was, that we were gonna get outside for at least a little bit of a walk. I gotta get those steps done. And this guy really needs it. Don't you, Mr. Wick? I swear it's like, every time I get up to walk around or do something, he like runs to the door and he knows that we've gotten in the habit of going for a walk. So I think he knows. He's like, what are you doing? Why didn't we go yesterday? Right? All right, let's get it done. So, earbud time. What do we want to listen to, huh? Let's fire up a good podcast. Yes. Oh, the stuff of nightmares. Okay. You ready? Yeah. I really and truly treasure this time during our day. Wick and I get a chance to get outside, get some fresh air, hopefully some sunshine, and really move our bodies, stretch our legs, and just get out and about. Wick is also still pretty young, so it also gives him a chance to see other dogs and people in the neighborhood and just generally socialize. That's it for my vlog this week. I really hope you liked it. As always, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Hit that bell next to the subscribe button for notifications. That way you never miss an upload. See you next time.